So we're kind of teaching them that all of these systems work together, and when we have the input that we need, we're able to focus better on what we need to get done throughout the day, whether it's work for adults or school for kids.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris from Flaghouse, and this week we're here on the Flaghouse Sensory channel with Claire Heffron from the Inspired Treehouse, and we're looking at how to introduce fidget tools.
Yeah.
So fidget tools are something that's got a lot of play in the social sphere the last couple of years, and they have some bad vibes that are associated with them. So can you tell me a little bit about what is a fidget tool?
Sure. So a fidget tool is anything that kids can use, whether it's homemade or something that you can buy, that moves in the child's hand. So it may have moving parts on it, or the child may squish it, smush it, and move it themselves. And it's something that provides real subtle tactile input and movement input to the child that can help promote attention in the classroom, or whether they're doing homework or reading, anything like that.
Right on, okay. So, and one of the things about fidgets that a lot of people get concerned about is, are they distracting? Are they causing more of a problem in the classroom? But you say that it's actually about how you introduce the fidget tool, is that right?
Definitely. So we say that the way that you introduce them, the way that you kind of pave the way for the strategy that you're going to use in the classroom with fidget tools or any sensory tool really impacts the way kids see them and view them and treat them. So the more you can introduce them in a way that includes the kids in learning why you're using them and how to use them, the more positive response you'll see in the classroom, and the more they'll be able to use them in a way that doesn't take away and distract from the learning.
Fantastic. So we've got a different selection of some fidget things here today. So how do you actually do that?
Yeah, so the first thing is to really teach kids about their sensory system. So most kids, in preschool when they're younger, learn about the basic the 5 senses. And what we focus on during this conversation is more of our movement senses. So we're talking about, first of all, we're talking about the tactile sense too. So there's sense of touch, and then the movement senses of the proprioceptive system and the vestibular system. So we're kind of teaching them that all of these systems work together, and when we have the input that we need, we're able to focus better on what we need to get done throughout the day, whether it's work for adults or school for kids. So really cluing them into that discussion is really important. So the next thing is having a conversation with a group about everyone's unique sensory preferences. And that can really include us as adults too. I think it's a really fun conversation when you introduce it that way, that we all have our own sensory experiences that we like and ones that we don't like.
Right.
And so I always use the example, I hate going to the movie theater. It's too loud for me. I think it's unpleasant. Most people think that's fun. And so all the kids will say, what? We love going to the movies.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to kind of introduce that conversation and let them weigh in on the things that they like and the things that they need to learn. And then from there, you can make a list of the materials that you're going to use to address those needs. So you're really you're showing them, we're going to use this kind of tool because, Joey really needs to have something in his hands while he's working. So we're always going to have this kind of fidget. Maybe we have kids who wiggle and move in their seats. You need movement to learn. So we're going to have these things in our sensory toolkit that you can grab and use when you need. And then really having everybody pitch in to help create the materials is really fun. There are a lot of DIY options. You can have kids help organize and label and decide where you're going to store them. That can really get a lot of buy-in and have kids feel a sense of responsibility, which is so important.
Absolutely, those are all great ideas. So thank you, Claire, for those great ideas on how to introduce fidget tools into the classroom and figure out the best way that works for both the kids and to get that buy-in. That's really important. I love those tips. So make sure that you check out the blog post that is on the Inspired Treehouse. We're going to link to it down in the video, and make sure you subscribe to this channel because we always have great activity ideas with experts like Claire here on the Flaghouse Sensory channel. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.